So this is part two. As I was saying, that the people of Israel, the Israelites, were really having to practice faith because they didn't go in to conquer Jericho with any weapons. It was simply by being obedient to the Lord. That's a key. It's nothing of our own strength, nothing to do with weapons. It only has to do with obedience. And the Lord may have us do something really different and something that is totally doesn't make sense. And then He can do a great conquering of a great city. So, a great enemy in your life can be conquered simply by obedience, doing what the Lord tells you to do, even if it doesn't make sense to you. Do you understand that? It may not make sense. So, my first point is find out what God wants you to do and then do it. That's my first point, even if it doesn't make sense. Okay. So, anyway, they did conquer Jericho. The walls came tumbling down. I'm sure they were freaking out and celebrating like crazy. I mean, there was millions of them in the camp. If I recall, something like 4 million. Now, I could be wrong about that, and I'm sorry, I haven't really visited the Bible, this part of the Bible, for a long time. So my apologies if I give wrong information. But my biggest points here, I'm reading out of the Bible. Later on in Joshua chapter 7, we see that they went right away from Jericho on to conquer the city of Ai. It's spelled, so I say I. And they assumed that God was still with them. Okay, and they got defeated. All right, now why is that? So let's go back. Before they did conquer Jericho by marching around the city silently, God had instructed them to do it and to do it that way. And an angel appeared before Joshua in Joshua 5, verse 13 through 15. As Joshua approached the city of Jericho, he looked up and saw a man facing him with a sword in his hand. This is before they went to conquer the city. Joshua went up to this man who was facing him with a sword in his hand, and he asked, "Are you a friend or a foe?" And the man replied, "Neither one. I am the commander of the Lord's army." At this, Joshua fell with his face to the ground in reverence, and he said, "I am at your command." Joshua said, "What do you want your servant to do?" The commander of the Lord's army replied, "Take off your sandals, for this is holy ground." And then Joshua did as he was told. And then it goes on in Joshua 6 and tells what the Lord told Joshua about conquering Jericho. I'm reading from the NIV Life Application Bible, and the commentary here is very good. It says, "At Gilgal, the angelic commander of the Lord's army appeared to Joshua with further instructions for battle and encouragement for the conquest." So you see, here's the situation. I think I might run out of time, and I'll continue this on the next video. Sorry for the technical problems here. We have to consider the fact here that they were instructed by God to go and conquer Jericho in a certain way. And when the angel appeared to Joshua and it let him know that he was the commander of the Lord's army, then Joshua replied, "I am at your command." Joshua said, "What do you want your servant to do?" Angels are messengers from God. If God sends you a message, He's talking to you, okay? And our response is to be, "What do you want your servant to do, Lord?" Okay, I'm at your command, Lord. What do you want me to do?